Hey guys. What's this?
Haha!
No, I kid. It's my butterfly knife. I want to show you guys how to do some of my tricks.
My first trick is my favorite. It's called the spook rollover. It's the trick that the spy does in the end of one of the TF2 trailers, Meet the Spy. I've also seen it called the Zen rollover, and it probably has a couple other names. So here it is in normal motion. So you want to start like this, with the catch on this side, because when you get to a certain part, you can cut yourself if the catch is on the other side, if you're using a real blade. Now you want to flick it with your wrist, so it goes around your thumb. See? You want to continue with that motion until it comes up against your finger. This is the part where you can cut yourself if you're using this side of the blade, if the catch side of the handle was on the other side in the beginning. Now you want to flick it with your finger, so it comes up like this, and the this side of the handle comes down, and then you catch it. See? And that is how you do the spook roll. And for my next trick, I present to you one that I made up by my very lonesome, called the Assassinio. It was made in the process of trying to make the blade come out in the one in Assassin's Creed. Here it is in real time. Catch it with you want to put it like this with the catch facing inward so you don't cut yourself. You flick it with your wrist, so it ends up like this with your finger between the two parts of the handle, with your other three fingers forcing it into your finger. You flick again with your wrist, like this, and it comes over, so those three fingers are now up against the blade and the part of the handle. You flick your middle finger, not your wrist, but your middle finger, and it comes up like this into the palm of your hand. So you're holding it with your index and middle finger. You're holding the blade with your index and middle fingers, so it looks like this. My third trick is called, I don't actually know what it's called. I just call it the twist flip opening and twist flip closing. And I'm actually going to hold the camera up here, not so that you see my face, suckers, but that you see the knife without the knife hitting the table. And here's the opening. Here's the closing. The closing is the exact opposite of the opening. Now, how do you do this amazingly basic trick? So, want to open the catch, just so you can actually use the knife. Okay, I know, shut up, TehBluMan. And you hold it like this, with the catch facing outward. You flick with your wrist, so this part of the handle with catch comes up onto your knuckles. So the blade is like this, sort of like the thumb, but not exactly. You then want to turn it while flipping it, so the blade comes onto your fingers, onto your dexterous fingers and not your thumb, like this. You want to use your first finger, or index finger, whatever you want to call it, you stupid Brits. No, I love the Brits, don't get me wrong. So it comes up like this, and the force would send this over here, so you catch it, see? And now I'm just going to play it in reverse motion for the closing. No, flip share isn't that good, because flip share sucks. So the closing, you want to do the exact opposite. You flick with your wrist, and this comes up onto your fingers. You turn while flicking, so the handle with the catch comes up onto your knuckles. Then you want to flick with your wrist inward, so this comes up like this, and it's closed. Hallelujah.
For my last trick, something called the halo. I got it from the same guy who called the spook rollover the Zen rollover. He made it up, so kudos to him. I am not as good as him, especially since I haven't quite mastered it yet. So, enough talking, and here it is, in real time. How do you do the halo? So what you want to do is flip it open, like this, and catch it. So it's like, or no you don't. So how do you do the halo? You want to flip it open, so it's sort of on your knuckles. You want to spin it around with your fingers like this. So it's flipping around, and the blade stays erect, so this goes around and around. And when you've done it enough times, you catch it like that. When you're closing it, you flip it so the blade's on your knuckles, like this. And then you do the exact opposite, and catch it like this, so it's done. That is the halo. So that is how you do all my knife tricks. And I am TehBluMan. Dream on.